everyone, what's up? I know it has been a while. I'm very aware of this. I also know I said I would make a video about the south of France. Guess what? I didn't. That's on me. This whole thing planned out about visiting different specialty cafes and making a video about where to go and whatever. And I stayed in Menton and we went by car. So we were able to visit all these kind of towns and cities around it, like Nice and Monaco. But in the end, I visited two specialty cafes and they were both in Nice. And the vibe was just not there for me to film about them. And the coffee was good, but it wasn't like great. And I just didn't feel like kind of winging it and telling you about different cafes that I didn't actually visit. And there weren't actually that many in the region that I was staying, so didn't make that video today. It's going to just be me talking a little bit because I get a lot of questions about freelancing and how to start freelancing. So that's what I'm going to discuss today. And I live in the Netherlands, so for me it might be a little bit different than if you are living in another country, but I think some things are just very similar. So that's what we're going to do today. Yay! I have been working in specialty, well, not in specialty coffee. I have been working in coffee since I was 15, 16. I did a small internship in 2015 when I was 15. And then when I turned 16, I started working there because in the Netherlands you can't really work in coffee restaurants or whatever until you're 16. So I started working in a cafe when I was 16, kind of like a coffee chain, but not that big. It was very nice. And they did focus on lots of art and proper extraction, but they didn't weigh their coffee or they didn't, mention where their beans were from, that kind of thing. So they didn't handle the specialty beans that they had as a specialty coffee, so that's why it wasn't really a specialty coffee cafe. But I worked there for 5 years and I took up management, I did some social media stuff, so it was a great job, but I just wanted a little bit more because I discovered the specialty coffee scene and I just wanted to experience more and gain more knowledge, and I felt kind of stuck. Then I thought, why not start freelancing? Because I won my own cafe one day, as you may know. I just wanted to experience, a lot of different cafes. And I also wanted to work in the big cities, but working there full time, traveling every day to, for example, Amsterdam, it just takes a lot of time. So I thought I'll start freelancing. I can gain a lot of knowledge in a lot of different places. And I can sometimes go to further cities like Amsterdam, but I can also work close to home. I can kind of switch it up. And at this point I already had my SCA certificate for the barista intermediate. That kind of helped. And then I did some research and I kind of just went for it. I didn't really think about it that much. I thought about it for 2 months or something, and then I just went for it. So didn't really think it through, but I'm glad I did it. How did I start? I started by kind of looking up what it meant to do freelancing in the Netherlands. So you had to set, an hourly rate. I had to open a bank account and I had to get some insurance. And I had to register in the KVK, which is the Kamer van Koophandel, which is where all businesses have to register themselves. So I registered there as a eenmanszaak. I don't know the translation in and I registered as that, as a freelancer, which was a separate category in the KVK. So I did that, made an appointment, had to sign some papers and pay 50 euros or something, and I had my registration. I was officially a freelancer. I had a business, I was the business. And then I opened a bank account and I did this at Knap because it is known for being very easy for young entrepreneurs, which it is because they offer you all this stuff about accounting and whatever. So it's a very good bank. And also they have different insurances. I started with, I have to look this up, a liability insurance, an insurance for sickness. So if I were to fall out being sick for a very long time, I would be insured for that. For me it was enough. So then came the fun part, and the fun part was looking for places to work. Sent an Instagram DM to a couple of cafes that I really wanted to work at. And I just sent them like, I recently started freelancing, I would love to get in touch and explain a little bit who I am and discuss hourly rates and if you're open for having a freelancer in your team. A couple of places responded and I actually got a call the same day from Single Estate Coffee Roasters, where I am currently working. And they called me and they were like, oh, great, nice, let's go, can you come and meet us and discuss. It was like, I didn't really kind of know what to expect, because I expected so many different things from freelancing that weren't actually the way it went. Because I imagined that as a freelancer, people would just, you know, make their schedule with their employees. So in the end, I didn't work a lot of different places. You have to work at least, well, you have to have at least 2 different incomes. So from 2 employers or like clients or whatever you want to call it, because otherwise you're just, you know, you're just working for one place. You're not really freelancing, if you get what I'm saying. I just started working at Single Estate more and more and more. And I did some blog writing on the site, but I didn't really do that much freelancing anymore next to Single Estate. And then I just thought, can I work more in the summer? I just want to work here. I actually wanted to stop freelancing and just work for Single Estate altogether, because that was basically the only place I was working at anyway. Stopped freelancing a little bit because I'm doing some stuff still. I'm doing some photography and I'm doing some blog writing, but working as a barista, as a freelancer, kind of stopped doing that. What else is there to know? A lot of taxes. That's an important but boring concept when you become a freelancer. But it's really important to dive deep into this. I actually wrote a blog for Lerine, which I will tag below. And it covers a lot about these taxes in the Netherlands at least. And the important stuff that you have to consider when you start freelancing. So and that's kind of it. Yeah, and just go for it, I guess. I did freelancing for about 1.5 years and I had so much fun. And I am glad that I found Single Estate and that I'm able to work there now full time. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't take that first step. And I got to know so many nice people. I grew in the coffee industry. I grew in my confidence. I grew in my knowledge. And that all came from the freelancing. So I definitely recommend doing it if you're considering it. So yeah, that's kind of it. A lot of talking today. If you have any more questions, because I'm sure I forgot something, let me know. And see you in the next video. Bye!